Hi there, I'm Suzanne, your friendly Stampin' Up demonstrator in Canada. Welcome to my monthly paper pumpkin alternative video on my YouTube channel and blog. I share 5 alternative ways to use the kit in this video, and I sell the products I feature as well. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you sign up with me as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. Visit sunstampin.com for more information. Hello and welcome to my Paper Pumpkin Alternative Projects video for December 2020. This kit was entitled Berry Comforting, and it had the Rich Razzleberry Classic Stampin' Spot. We had this stamp set that had a really cute bear image and 3 sentiments. Here's a little bit of marketing. Stampin' Up sometimes throws in a few things in case it's missed your, you know how sometimes you go through the catalog and you miss things? Well, I think they're really good in bringing things to the forefront. So what else is in this box? We've got card bases, envelopes, die cut shapes and images, die cut animals, gold foil die cuts, dimensionals. This is the instruction booklet. This is what the project should look like. And even on the bottom of this page, you're going to find a little ruler, which is awfully cool. And then on the back, they are showing you, some alternatives as well. So don't forget to look at your instruction sheet here for alternatives as well. Then this is all the supplies that you get. And I just want to point out, like, I was flabbergasted with the size of this dimensional sheet. I had to bring out my measurement, 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. This dimensional sheet is the Mega Mongo massive dimensional sheet, and I had to bring out my other dimensionals just in comparison. Like, why don't they make dimensionals like this every single day? I could use that. I could use the larger dimensional sheet. I don't know about you. So throughout this video, I will be using my dimensionals with abandon. I'm going to put them on everything. So just be prepared that there's going to be dimensional abuse happening. All right, so this is my white cardstock, and I have just put some Post-it notes along the little crease. And here is that really unique leaf motif image. So I've pulled out actually, to be honest with you, I'm using Blackberry Bliss because I didn't realize until I just read this that it was Rich Razzleberry, because I'm an idiot. So I used Blackberry Bliss for this. We're just going to pretend that it's Rich Razzleberry, okay? So I'm inking up my unique image here. I thought this would look really cool if you used it in different colors. What happens if you started with, say, like the beginning of a rainbow and ended on one side with, the ending of a rainbow kind of thing? Or what if you went from red to yellow to orange, or, blue to green to yellow? That would be really cool. So just because I used, the wrong color, but just because I used the color that was included in the kit doesn't mean that you have to follow my example. This image could be used many different ways. The one little tip that I will give you as I'm stamping here is that you can see me not moving my page much. I didn't want it to shift and for me to get color on the inside of the card. So I kind of stuck down that Post-it note there and tried really hard not to move this page until I was ready to move it. And like right now. And then I've removed my Post-it notes, checked for ink. Everything looks fine. And now I'm bringing out one of the circle elements in the kit, and one of the, this is like a label, gold foil label, and it says "Get Well Soon." And I'm going to use the little flowers. So here comes the dimensionals, to which I am applying liberally throughout my little circle here. and plunking that in the center, and then I pick it up because it's not directly in the center, and that's bugging me. So I don't know about you, but when I make simple cards like this, I do try to keep the spacing on one side or the other to be equal and even as best as I can. Simple cards to me sometimes are the hardest because you do have to be a little bit more accurate. When you have lots of components to your card, you could be a little bit more sloppy, but simple cards have a tendency to, very easily glare your mistakes. So on the flowers, I just put a little, the bottom part, I put some just dry adhesive, and then I put dimensionals on the blossoms themselves. So it's got height, but it's also tucking underneath that sentiment. Okay, moving on to card number 2. I am starting off with the bear and the 2 koalas, and just ignore that purple piece because I'm not going to use it. So I did cut away the middle strip of the 2 little koalas. We didn't need that for this design. And also the bear only has 1 arm cut out, so I decided to cut the other arm out. Just like the left one there, I'm going to cut the right one. And then I'm going to snuggle in the koala, and the koala's on dimensionals, but I did want to snuggle in that koala so that it looks like the big bear is giving the little bear a hug. And again, I'm using the sentiment Get Well Soon. And I thought maybe what would be kind of cool is to sponge a little bit of color in behind. Now, I was trying to stick wholly with the colors that came in the kit, so I chose not to because I thought it might be a little too dark. But say cinnamon cider or a yellow behind there would be a great addition to this card. And I thought it was really cute that the big bear was giving the little bear a hug to make him feel better. Okay, card number 3. Here I have the 2 koalas again and the heart and just a white card base. So I am again cutting out the koalas, that little piece in the middle. And I felt like, we didn't need that. I did want to pay a little closer attention to the nose of this one, the one who's almost smooching the other one. I trimmed down the nose so that she got in there closer. And then I just put adhesive to stick them 2 together. And then I liberally applied dimensional adhesive to the back of my duo koalas and placed them down. And then there's dimensional adhesive on the heart. And then I came in with the stamp, and it says, you are on my mind. So this could be a Valentine's Day card. Okay, card number 4 has us fussy cutting, your favorite thing to do with me. I giggle evilly. So I sacrificed 1 purple card base and 1 orange card base for this, and I trimmed out all the gold foiled leaf-like images. So, and I've not filmed the whole thing because that would be boring. So moving on, you can see that all of a sudden, all of my little leaves have multiplied. So I tried in a couple of different ways to do this. I tried only cutting one side and then going back in and cutting the other side. I also tried fussy cutting around the whole shape It doesn't matter. It's still fussy cutting. Try to go your slowest. Try to be perfect. I tried to be perfect. I was not. But again, it was, like, it's better than rough cuts, I think. Rough cuts look worse with this type of motif that I'm going for here. But anyway, now that I have cut all the pieces so I have sort of, I used one whole burgundy card and then half of a coral card. So I have twice as much purple as I do coral. And then just with my glue, you could use mini glue dots if you wanted, or adhesive, whatever kind. I used wet adhesive because it was easy to dot it in. And then I randomly placed these teardrop shapes, leaf shapes. I don't know what you want to call them. And I just made a weird pattern. So I wanted it to be as random as possible. But I also don't want the bits touching. So nothing is touching in there. And then even when I go to put on the sentiment, one of the pieces was in my way and I didn't like the way it looked. So I ended up moving it because I can. Okay, so now that all my bits are down, I'm going to trim off any excess. And a trick here too, if you don't have enough or didn't cut enough, you can cut some in half and then use them on the edges of your card. So here is my sentiment. Says, "You are on my mind." I used a gold circle. I've slathered that with the dimensionals. And look at, I'm not even a quarter way through that Mongo piece. I'm so excited. I have half of it left. Anyway, I'm trying to find a place for it, and it's right there is where I want it. So I had to sort of shovel off this little guy. I end up finding a place for him later, but that's where I'm going to put my circle. And then after contemplating it for 30 seconds, I decide to place it kind of where it was, just up. And then folding with my bone folder, and that is the card number 4. Okay, card number 5 has us using the paper strip technique. Here is my paper trimmer, and I've cut all of these card bases from the kit. I cut them down to about 4 inches. So everything else so I left the piece of 4-inch card so I can make a small note card if I wanted. So, and I just needed a few pieces, and you can see that they're not straight strips. They are crooked. They are wider on one edge than they are the other. And then my last cut will be to make it even at a 4-inch card base. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down there. And so I have all these little strips, and I'm going to make a strippy card. So I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch card, and I've just put adhesive around the edges. And my first placement is going to be this card here. And I try always to make sure that that one's straight. I don't know why I like to make sure, because I can just cut it off, but it helps me, I guess. And then all I'm going to do is add little pieces. And then when I get to a point where I don't have as many pieces as that I would like to use, I'm just going to snip off the excess and then add some more. So again, I invite you to tell me which card was your favorite. 1 through 5, of course. I think I actually really liked the the last one, card number 4, and this one, card number 5, for artistic merit. I do like cutesy kind of cards as well. And I think that they would be a lot of the bear images. I think it would be awfully nice if there was like a happy birthday kind of a thing as well. But there wasn't a happy birthday sentiment. Perhaps if you are searching for one like I was, we could go back into our paper pumpkin kits from years past and look for a lovely happy birthday one. Here I am snipping off those extra bits like I told you, and then I was able to reuse some of the bits. I do like to butt the card right up against one another so that none of that white paper is showing. And then I have evenly distributed the dimensionals on the back of the card and place that strippy piece right on a white card base. And here is the label with the gold in it, and it says "Get well soon," and put that on dimensional as well. All right, so I'm just going to put the flowers here because I saw them and I thought, yeah, that'd be a nice addition. I think that the card would look good minus the flowers as well. And that is my paper pumpkin alternative video for this month. Thank you so very much for watching. Happy New Year, everyone. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.